Hey, what's up, everybody on PCR, YouTube, Facebook, just wherever you're at. Um, this is another video about these might be the reasons why your PC is running slow. This is part two. I was thinking when I was making one that that I needed to tell you a little bit more. So, anyways, I'm gonna turn my cam off and just okay. I'm gonna turn my cam off and then I'll explain everything. Okay, well, anyways, uh, anyways, some things that you need to know. Um, I didn't explain is when I was explaining in the first video I was doing about why your PC's running slow is it all depends on what kind of operating system that you run. Different operating systems, which I mean like different Windows, like Windows XP or Vista, they all require different things happening. But it all depends on what operating system you have. But the RAM and the hard drive does matter. But anyways, let me explain to you a few other things. Another reason why your computer might be going slow is because of the fact that your drivers might be outdated. They can, like that says, slow down your computer. And you know, another thing too is on these on Microsoft's real bad about color and all that stuff, and it's good to you know clear all that up. That's one thing good about Advanced System Cure. But if you download the free version, like I got the Pro, and like I said, I got the license for it, so uh, I have more features than you do. But I will make a tutorial on that. You know. Now, if you need any more information on why your computer's going slow, then you need to check it out and stuff. But on YouTube and just or on Google and just ask why is my computer going slow or something, whatever. A lot of people have different things going on with their computers, so it could be 101 different thousand different things why your computer is going slow. But anyways, another thing too is that if you take any application, which I mean like like any application that you got on your desktop, a program that you installed, and you open it up. For instance, open up your Internet Explorer, and you see how I'm doing that. Well, if you notice, it's not doing this right here. If it's doing that and you don't see other boxes following it, that means that you're in the clear. But if it's this, it could be because you had a Trojan or a virus or something going on with your computer. Another thing too is when you download stuff, like programs, sometimes it comes with a lot of stuff and people just go click 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 click. You got to read that stuff because sometimes they'll do your search bar and all that stuff. But yeah, so I mean, another thing that'll run your computer real slow is a lot of people like to use CC Cleaner, and a lot of people like to use, you know, like registry cleaners and stuff like that. And some of them registry cleaners will screw up your computer. Trust me, I know because I've done it. Been there, done that. And another thing too is see if you have an antivirus protection in your computer. Sometimes that runs a lot on your RAM and stuff on on your operating system. But if you have that and you have another program that's antivirus protection or cleaner or security program or whatever you got in your computer, sometimes they can bounce off each other and they think each other is viruses, and it'll also slow down your computer. But the best way, like for instance, when you go to Task Manager, um, if your computer is really running slow, go to the processor and all you have to do is go to Windows Explorer and right click and then task. Now what'll happen is your whole desktop and your start menu will disappear, and then you just got to go to file and run new task and then put in explorer.exe. But I can't think of anything right now far as just the computer wise, you know, anything else I can think of that might run slow. Now, programs in your computer might run slow because your firewall or something like that. Another thing too is if you have like Windows 7 Vista, stuff like that, or Windows 8 or Windows 10, the updates are very important. And for the ones that build the computers and put in the window, put in a Windows and don't register the key code. After the key code, after your trial's over with, it'll start locking up the computer if you don't got it activated. Activate your computer. But I know that's a lot to take in and stuff. I'll show you some YouTube videos of what I'm talking about. Things that might make my computer slow down. Another thing too is if you're freezing up, that could be a lot of different. It all depends on the laptop, but mostly laptops and desktops, your heat sink, especially if it's like over 10 years old, you might need some thermal base on the heat sink. But anyways, let's check out some tutorials. Some videos on YouTube.
Thank you for watching, liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing right now.
And see what they say.
Why is my computer running slow? Do you know why? This is a question that gets asked very frequently, not just from you, but from the community in general. We've written them up. But off the top of my head, it could be there's a lot of stuff that you have not just installed, but running at the same time.
Yeah, so what he's talking about is running on your processor, which is, like I said, I showed you on the task manager and all that stuff right there. Running at the same time. Also, you might, now some people are like this. I'm not saying everybody is, but some people think when they delete an icon, they took out the program. That's not the case. You have to go, now my Windows, it's called program and features. It's to uninstall programs, and this is the correct way of doing it. And sometimes, especially if they're viruses, they're not always going to uninstall correctly. But also, if you uninstall a program, it's still in your registry. And that's one good thing about Advanced System Cure, because see this program right here? Once I'll pop it up and show y'all right now. So anyways, so this is the first time I've run it on this computer. Well, it's the first time I've run it on this new installation that I put on the Windows. But when I bought this computer, it had everything to it, but I got it at Walmart for about 300 and something. That's been almost a year ago. It's probably been a year. No, it's almost a year. Anyways, while that's running, let's listen to what else he has to say.
You could, let's say, use a program, CCleaner, great, free, works really well for cleaning up the system.
What he's talking about on the CCleaner is CC Cleaner. Let's see what he says about that.
But that doesn't necessarily address what might be making the computer slow at its core. I might look at the average computer and see, oh, you have 47 programs running in your system tray. I'm not really shocked that your computer is running.
The system tray is this right here. That's what he's talking about that.
Slow. Because you only have a limited amount of resources with which that computer is going to be able to deal with anything, processes. That may be running in the background. This process may be keeping an eye out for the camera whenever you plug it in. This process may be scanning everything that you download before you actually run anything. This process may be completely pointless, but your computer manufacturer decided to put it on there anyway. You could have so many of these things running at the same time. And if you have so many of these processes running at the same time, when you want to do something, you can't, because the computer is too busy paying attention to the processes that you're running, but you don't even realize that those processes are running. So,
I'm gonna also put this on my PCR Facebook group page.
why is your computer running slow? It isn't that you need a new one. It isn't that you need to clean the crap off the computer, which you could, but when I am giving advice to people and they want to speed up their computer, I tell them, run fewer things at the same time. Wow!
Like he's talking about, like, you know how I got this running, and I got that running, and I got this running, and that running, and this running, and that running, and that's what he's talking about. Running a lot of programs at the same time. And I don't know if this is going to install or not, but I'm going to just see what it does.
I now only have 2 programs that are running in the system tray. Suddenly everything is more responsive. My browser is running faster. This is running faster. That's running faster. Yeah, you can go through all the other options, upgrading the hardware and stuff, but sometimes you don't need to upgrade the hardware. Just think differently about what you're doing. Sure, you may only have one browser window sitting open in front of you. My dad, bless his heart, he still lives in the day where you open an application, when you're done, you close it, you exit out, you open another one. I'm like, Dad, you can multitask. You can multitask with today's computers. They have the technology to support that. But it's all those background apps that are running, apps, programs, whatever you want to call them, that are potentially siphoning away valuable resources. Kill the programs! Be careful about what you kill in the background. Make sure you know what you're exiting out of before you exit out of. You can usually right-click an option in the system tray in Windows. I guess there's the corresponding advice for a Mac. Why is it running slow? It could be the same the rigmarole. You could have applications that are taking away precious resources. Same thing. Only instead of things possibly running in the dock, they may be running in your menu bar. They're applications. They're all doing something. And so the fewer things you have running, the faster your computer is going to be for the things that you want to do. If you want to do more, get a faster computer. Get more RAM. Get a faster CPU. Get a faster GPU. Or APU, depending on the architecture you go with. But the bottom line is don't run so many things at the same time. If that one thing that you want to have running well. If you have specific recommendations, now that I've given you the zeitgeist, the overview of how to go about doing it beyond what I've explained and what we've explained in the Locker Gnome article, feel free to leave a comment, either here or on the article, and hopefully we'll help people who are trying to figure out why their computer, why is it running so slow?
We'll look at some more. This is my computer works.
Hi guys, this is Matt Bauer with My Computer Works. This is the first of hopefully many videos discussing tips and tricks
Now you can't trust what everybody says, but we'll see what he says.
on using your computer. Today's topic is a slow computer. There are a lot of reasons why you would experience slowness with your computer, but what you're going to want to make sure of is that the slowness is actually caused by the computer itself and not the internet speed. If it's the internet speed, you're probably going to want to call your internet service provider. That would be Cox, Quest, Comcast, wherever.
Yeah, but we're not talking about internet speed. But anyways, you get the idea. And don't trust every program out there. Now, if you're like me, I test programs just to see if they run good, but they can screw up your computer. But anyways, this is a wrap on this video, and if I think of anything else why the computer, why computers go slow, I'll get to you. If you have any questions, comment on the video that I post on my PCR, and if you have any questions, just ask, and I'll get to you. I'll make a video or whatever. All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to my YouTube and my PCR or my Facebook or wherever you see this video, and subscribe, and see you later.